Okay. Today I'm going to be doing the perfect palette tag. I was trying to figure out what to do for today's video and I thought this would be kind of fun. I actually just filmed it and my lights or something, like my makeup looks perfectly fine in person, and then I looked when I was editing and like I had like this contour like nightmare going on, and it's like, why does it look so much worse on the camera when it looks perfectly fine in person? So please God, I'm hoping that it looks okay on the camera. I don't know. But anyways, I'm just gonna hope for the best and get this going. So I saw this on, a lot of people's done this tag and I thought it'd be kind of fun. Basically, like, you are listing your favorite palettes in different categories. So I'm gonna get started with that right now. The first category, I wrote like a list of what I'm supposed to write, and it's in a Jelly Roll pen. Authentic Jelly Roll pen. Makes me feel like I'm in 5th grade again. The first category is best packaging. And I was thinking a lot about this, and I think the one I want to pick is the Creme de Couture palette from Sigma. This, I just like it because of the whole theme. The whole theme is that it's macaron inspired eyeshadows. So it's like, it looks like a little candy or like a cookie box, and you open it and like they look like little treats, and it's got like the stripes like a candy or like a cookie place, and the whole pastels and like the shininess. I just love this palette. I love the colors in it. I love the design. I wish it was still available, but it's not. But I like the whole like macaron theme here. I'm sure that there are more practical palettes, but I just like the design of this one, so I thought it would fit for packaging. Best color payoff is the next category, and I'm not quite sure how this is supposed to work. My assumption is that it's supposed to be a palette that already is like pre-made that you could buy, but this is my tag, so I'm gonna break those rules a little bit. And best color payoff are my Inglot palettes. Hands down. I can't think of another company that's eyeshadows, no matter if it's matte, shimmery, glittery, everything, they're flawless. So, I mean, and on top of that, you can pick how big you want your palette, if you want it to be 2 eyeshadows all the way up to 20, or, I mean, they do have like a 40 palette, but that's like way too big. So these ones are 20 palettes. You could pick what colors you want, you could pick the order you want. I just love them. I can't say enough good things about my Inglot eyeshadows. I have like a million. I treat them like Pokemon. I have to catch them all. But these are my best color payoff palettes by far. Most versatile. I would say Inglot again, but that is just, it's not completely true. I mean, it depends on what you buy. So I guess I'll say the 120 palette. This one's from BH Cosmetics. I need to use this a lot more, but like, you get a million colors, and by a million I mean 120. So it's got 2 layers here. You could see like it's got all of these amazing neon colors, but then it's got also some neutral colors, and like there's mattes, and there's lights and darks and shimmers and sparkles, and they all have like really good color payoff. So that one is super, super versatile, and it's like really pretty conveniently packaged, so you could take this with you a lot of places and it's not going to take up too much room, and you've got every eyeshadow color you could possibly need ever. Best for traveling. When I was thinking about this, I was thinking along the lines of, what do I look for when I'm traveling? And usually when I'm traveling, I want like a mirror, you know, somewhere I could do my makeup, because a lot of the times when you're traveling, if you're at a hotel or you're at a friend's house, you don't know how their area is going to be, and their bathroom or wherever, and sometimes it can be hard to find a good place to do your makeup. So I'm picking for this the Vice 2 palette, just because its packaging makes the mirror like at the perfect angle when it's on a table to actually see yourself, and it's a huge mirror, and it's actually like a good mirror. It's not like, you know, funhouse mirror. And then the colors in it are actually really great too. You've got your mattes and your neutrals and your darks and your colors, and so it's just a really, really nice palette, and the packaging on it is really what makes me like it most for traveling. Biggest regret. So I was gonna pick a Makeup Forever palette, but I can't find it, so I'm gonna go with these Pantone palettes from Sephora. One of them I do like, but there are a couple I've bought, and I would if I could. The worst thing I've got from them is their Emerald Color of the Year kit. It was so bad. But this palette is the Nightfall, and I really don't like it. Like, these colors are nice quality, but these ones are just, I mean, I guess, like, I feel like with a lot of colors, even if they're not good, I can make it work to a point if I'm really, you know, particular, take my time, use a good base, like, you know, a white eyeshadow base or something like that. But these ones just, I fell for the packaging and like the cool, like, bright pastel kind of colors down here, and they're not good. And I've fallen for Pantone stuff so many times, and some of it's good, but a lot of it's just like mediocre and really doesn't live up to my expectations. So, best color names. I'm sure I could have thought of like a whole list of colors for this. But the one I'm going to pick, the palette I'm going to pick, is A Few of My Favorite Things from Too Faced. This palette, if you couldn't tell from the name, is kind of based around like the Sound of Music and the Few of My Favorite Things song. And it's just cute because a lot of the colors are like reference to the song, and like you can almost like sing it in your head when you read them. Like Cream Colored Ponies, Whiskers on Kittens, Crisp Apple Strudel, and it's just cute and I love it. And this palette I like. It's got 20 eyeshadows, it's got blushes, it's got a lookbook. There are a couple shades that are kind of and not so great. I reviewed it on my blog. But for the most part, the shadows are pretty awesome, and it's a nice, well-rounded palette. So I do like this one. Least used. This is a palette I bought from Sephora a couple months ago, and I haven't used it at all, and I'm dumb for not using it because it's so pretty and it's like amazing. It's such a well-rounded palette, and this is the Smashbox Masterclass Palette 2. So it's got so much stuff. Like, it's got all these eyeshadows, it's got highlighters, blushes, gel liners, and it's amazing quality. I remember when I was at Sephora, I was swatching them, and I was like, oh my god, these are gorgeous. The color payoff's phenomenal. I need this. And then I forgot about it, I guess, or something, because I haven't used it at all. And I'm sad about that because I really, really want to. And I need to do that. So I think that this week I'll post on my blog at least some pictures of looks, because I really want to use this palette. I want to play with it. Okay, so my last one is Most Used, Most Loved, and Desert Island. I'm not sure if this means 3 separate ones, but I'm just going to kind of bunch them all together because I can do that. And so what would be Most Used, Most Loved, and Desert Island? I'm sure I'm not the only one that picked this palette, but my navy palette is, I've had this for so long, and I've actually, I mean, the Virgin eyeshadow in it is almost gone. The colors look good no matter what your skin tone is, no matter what your eye shape is. They're so universal, and they're so gorgeous. These 3, Virgin, Naked, and Buck, I use even if I'm doing bright shades, because I mean, I like bright colors a lot, but I feel like having a neutral like palette like this is so essential. So I could have picked Naked, Naked 2, Naked 3. I like them all. So, but Naked is definitely the most used and most loved, and it's always, always, always with me or next to me when I'm doing my makeup, or goes with me when I travel. It's just such a good palette to have. So that's all for this tag. I hope that I did it right and it was good. Yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow. I think I'm going to do a Naked 3 tutorial tomorrow because I've had a lot of requests for that since I first talked about the palette like way back in November. And that's it. So I'll see you later.